Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Black Ops 6, and the hit list event is now live. This is going to be the first event for Black Ops 6, bringing with it personal challenges as well as community challenges, and of course the return of 10v10 for both core as well as hardcore. The event itself is pretty self-explanatory. You go in there and you need to get 1,000 skulls. You earn these skulls by getting 1 per elimination in multiplayer, 1 for every 5 eliminations in zombies, and 5 for every elimination within Warzone. So in total, 1,000 eliminations in multiplayer, 5,000 in zombies, or 200 in Warzone, or any combination of the three. Of course, anything you do in the game is going to count towards this. The rewards are pretty basic. We have a loading screen, a calling card, an emblem, a weapon charm, and then finally the power drill melee weapon, which when you look at it in game, does not really seem centered, which is kind of frustrating, but we did learn about this previously during a blog post, and it's going to be another one of those 2-hit kill melee weapons. It'll be interesting because it's a power drill, for crying out loud, but at the same time, it's a 2-hit kill melee, and as someone who just worked on the baseball bat over the course of the past couple of days, those things are terrible, and I really don't see people wanting to run around with it too much. Now that, of course, is going to be the personal challenges that we have for the event. There's also going to be the community challenges, which basically anytime you do anything within the game, you're going to be working towards your personal challenges as well as the community ones, but the community challenges are going to take a lot longer, and the rewards are actually pretty good. The first one that we're going to get is going to be the buffer weight stock, which is going to be an attachment specifically for the XM4, the XMG, as well as the DM10. What it's going to do is reduce things like aim down sight speed, but give you a lot less vertical and horizontal recoil, which I think is just going to make the XM4 even better. After that, we have the Shadow Perk 2, which is going to allow us to avoid traps on the floor, which will be handy. We have the hand cannon Scorestreak, which I believe is already in care packages. I literally saw somebody running around with it last night, so maybe it was a care package or a glitch, I'm not entirely sure. But we have the return of the hand cannon, which was actually one of my favorite Scorestreaks to use back during Black Ops Cold War. We then have the veteran perk for Warzone, which does a number of things. It's going to reduce the negative effects of some enemy equipment. It's going to give you immunity to grenadier, immunity to snapshots, resistance to flash, gas, movement, and shock negative effects. And on top of that, while aiming down sights, it's going to reduce flinching and extend hold breath duration. So overall, sounds like a pretty powerful perk. I'm not huge in the Warzone, but sounds kind of good. You guys will have to chime in down there in the comments. And finally, we have the Siren 9mm special weapon, which is weird. I don't know why they call it a special weapon when the literal description is that it offers submachine gun characteristics as a secondary weapon with a slow rate of fire. So basically it's a machine pistol. Why not just call it a machine pistol? I also wonder if this will count in the pistol category when going for things like Diamond, Dark Spine, or Dark Matter, or any of the other Warzone and Zombies Mastery camos. Once again, all these challenges are tied to the hit list event, which is only going to be available for 2 weeks, and presumably fans will still be able to earn the community challenge content even if they don't play all that much. In years past, as long as the community challenges are completed, then the content is automatically unlocked for everybody regardless of whether or not they played, and these things are always foolproof. I'm trying to remember, I actually did some research and I can't quite find it, but I know it's in my memory. I remember this happening. There were community challenges in older Call of Duty games where it looked like we weren't going to finish them. Maybe it was back during Call of Duty World War II. I can't remember exactly when it was, but back then, and of course in this event as well, you can track the community's progress, and every day you could see how close we were getting before the end of the event, and oftentimes it looked like we weren't actually going to finish the challenge. Well, as it turns out, no matter what, we would complete the challenges, because imagine the negative PR nightmare that Activision would have if we failed a community challenge. Like, imagine the headlines: Call of Duty challenges its community to collectively get 50 billion kills over the course of 2 weeks, and they came up short. It turns out not nearly as many people are playing the game as Activision says, and now they need to go back to the drawing board to figure out how to get players excited about the game again and all that. You know, the negative PR would be insane. So no matter what, we're going to complete these challenges, and if you're unable to play during the event or whatever, the next time you sign in, the rewards should be there waiting for you. Now, you guys know me, I'm all for these events. I love having new things to grind for, new challenges to work on, and apparently the hit list event is going to be just the first in a long series of events here in Black Ops 6. It was said back during the official Call of Duty podcast that they were working on some really cool rewards for fans as part of these mini events, as well as the seasonal events that are going to be coming later on, because that was their way of responding to people missing the aftermarket part system as well as the weekly challenges that we had back during Modern Warfare 3. I still feel like what we had back then was a bit better than what we have right now, but this first event is alright. It's a machine pistol and a 2-hit kill melee weapon that nobody likes using, but then on top of that, we have the hand cannon returning, we have a new green perk, as well as a new Warzone perk, which is also pretty good. So overall, the hit list event is a nice little addition to the the game, which will shake things up within the Black Ops 6 multiplayer, as well as Warzone. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this quick little video here today. I apologize once again for the lack of videos over the course of the past couple of days, but if you really paid attention to the gameplay I got this afternoon, then you'll know why I have been so busy and why there is going to be quite the video coming out later on tonight. So stay tuned for that. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video here today. Leave your thoughts and feedback down there in the comments. Thank you all so much for listening, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.